Alright guys, hello and welcome to another classic update. I haven't done an update for a while, so I thought I'd sit down now while I'm watching YouTube. It just occurred to me that I haven't done one. I don't know why. When watching videos completely irrelevant, it occurred to me, but I realised that, I need to do some kind of update. So my update is that a couple of weeks ago I decided to delete the scheduled uploads of the next two sessions of Final Fantasy VI. This was due because I made a mistake in one of my uploads where one from like way in the future that should have come out in November had gone live and a couple of people had watched it. So yeah, I deleted all those videos. You would have seen that. Um, but the first session has already gone live and is now over. Um, in fact, the next session was actually, I think, due to go live during the course of this month, or next month actually, because another LP or two more LPs are going live this month. That being Mafia and Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes on Nintendo GameCube. From this point forward, any of the Nintendo GameCube emulation kind of stuff that um, I do emulation. Everyone does it. It's a fact of, I know another YouTube channel that does it. And recently, people, we've heard about the lawsuit that Nintendo have done to sue these various websites that do ROMs, and they have decided to shut one big one down that I am aware of, called Love ROMs. Um, I read it on an article, and yeah, it's been shut down. I believe Love ROMs probably want to come back online from a little bit of research that I did myself. But they're going to remove all Nintendo uh, games. Now, I know that ROMs are not good, and I know they're frowned upon. However, so many people do it. Loads of people do it, and it's impossible for companies to stamp down on all of this in the way that Nintendo want to. And instead of you know Nintendo just thinking, well, people do it all the time. Is it a big deal? No. Is it going to hurt us? No. Is it going to dent anything? Put a dent in our thing? No. You're still getting love from the games. People are giving your games love through emulation, and whether or not it's done through the computer or through a console in a paid way, it doesn't matter. You're still getting that attention. So whether or not I do an LP or not on these particular games doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. You know, I'm not earning any money from these videos. We all know this. But people who are bigger are emulating and do earn money. So, the fact is that in my opinion, you're getting the love from these particular games. I know the ROM sites are frowned upon, but there are loads of ROM sites out there that still are are there for if people wish to emulate. And if you emulate because you want to emulate for your own personal use, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that. I think that's fine if you want to emulate for your own personal use. I do emulate. You guys know this. It's not unnoticeable. And as I say, people do it. People do it. People do it. It's not a bad thing. It's not as big as what Nintendo are making it out to be. Instead of worrying about emulation, why not just concentrate on your Nintendo Switch? Concentrate on updates, concentrate on new games. If necessary to stop emulation, don't shut down sites. Bring the games out on Nintendo Switch, either physical or digital. Do that. I know GameCube stuff has now just recently become available on the Switch, and I get that. That's fine, and I understand why they've done it. They want to earn money, and to be honest, it's a bit of greedy fuckers. They just want to get all this money and draw in this money and just sponge off these old games that a lot of people don't play anymore, and they're getting love from emulation. So they think, oh, to stop people from doing that and to flag down on this, we're going to stop this full on. Well, I, have done recently Splinter Cell on GameCube. I can't emulate it on anything else because it doesn't run properly. And doing anything on GameCube now is going to be difficult because, it's hard. So yeah, my feeling on that has been known. I don't see a problem with it. Lots of people do it, and I'm not going to stop because I, want to give these games love and attention. And I think no matter how you're giving the love and attention, if people are supporting your games, it should be fine. It should be fine. It should be no reason why you just can't be like, okay, these games are old, you know, what games can we re-release? You've already the Nintendo exclusive of Resident Evil 1, for example, has been re-released on modern consoles. It was done deliberately. That was Capcom's decision, not Nintendo's. It was originally a exclusive Nintendo game, but obviously Nintendo were fine with that because it was already on their system. You had it on your system for about over 15 years, since 2002 to 2015. You had it for what, no, 13 years or however long it was. You had it for over 10 years. Over 10 years, you had that exclusive game on your console. Even Zero, you had on there. Zero was originally an N64 title. You had these two games exclusive on there for ages. No one could play these games. No one else. Only through emulation could we play them unless you had a GameCube. And if you wanna capture stuff through the GameCube, you have to set up all this capture card in this really awkward way, and it's just easy to emulate. It's easier to emulate now. It's done. It's not going to go away. Right. Next thing is that I've started a new series called Let's Play Hard. This series is entitled the fact that I'm going to take some games, play them on hard difficulty, and see how well I do. I've reserved the right, I've said this in one of my last Resident Evil videos, that I reserve the right to, if it gets too difficult for me, I can end that LP there and then. And if necessary, start it again on a much easier difficulty. So you might find that I start an LP on expert and then go back to a lower difficulty. I reserve the right to do that, but it will be sort of not. I think Let's Play Hard is the name I'm gonna stick with, but I'm gonna say normal upwards. So normal is still not easy. Normal is tough. It's a normal difficulty. It's the original way the game was intended to play. So that's going well. I finished Resident Evil last night. I've started Chase the Express. I'm about to do some more work on that today, and that is fine. So the next thing is with Final Fantasy 6, as I mentioned at the start, um, and then got off on a tangent. I have decided to upload the next session in September. So while I'm away at Eurogamer at the end of September, you will be getting some more content of that. So that's fine. But I haven't yet worked on any more of Final Fantasy 6. I have to grind and level up, which is going to take me quite a while, and I don't know whether or not I will be doing that the way I think. Um, to avoid myself having characters that are too weak, I probably will just take my strong characters in smaller teams on the game. So I'll avoid taking characters that are clearly uh, weakened enough and don't have necessarily the right equipment. I don't know where to go in order to level up, and I need to find a place where I can level up quickly and get leveled up super fast. And I'm not sure with on Final Fantasy 6 where to go. So that's just being kept on the back burner for now. But I want to finish it before the year is out. That is my plan. Before the year is out, I will finish Final Fantasy 6. Also, Diablo 2, again, I'm stuck on that because I can't level up because it's taken me forever to level up. I've done a small bit of work, but nothing big. I probably will just, leave that until the early part of next year, work on it between now and the end of the year, and then, if it comes to it, I'll go back to it, and if I complete it, it will be done throughout next year. Also, I have recorded the first video of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but I haven't done any more work on it. I'm going to start doing work on that because I said at the end of early this year that I do want to try and get Brotherhood and Revelations done before next year, before I do start 3. But I could just move straight onto 3 if I wanted to. I could just start 3 straight away and then do Brotherhood and Revelations on a side note, because Brotherhood and Revelations are, that's Ezio's story. Um, Obviously they are canon to the storyline, but you know, the big one that's going to really uh, be difficult is when I actually eventually reach Black Flag. I've completed that game numerous times. Um, I might go through it again just to familiar myself with it, but it gets it just gets simple enough that I know what I'm doing. Um, and also Liberation as well, which I know Black DSP, not Black Shadow, DSP said that no one plays Liberation. Well, that's bullshit because Liberation has actually been remastered and came out on PC. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there, Phil, but you don't really know what you're talking about. So yeah, that's where I'm sort of going to finish this off. I need to get back to doing some major recording and really working on some things. So thanks for listening, guys. Also, you might notice that I've got a new logo for my channel. This was done by a friend of mine who very kindly gave up his time and made and some effort and did me a classic logo of the original PlayStation logo, but with my 2 letters of Classic Gamer. So thank you very much to my friend Charlie who did that for me. I really appreciate that, mate. Um, so yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll see you then.